Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, you're very welcome. My name is Stella. I am a new YouTuber and I make videos from Nigeria. And if you've been a member of this family, thank you for tuning in. You're welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I want to say thank you very much to you guys for the support and the love you showed me in my last video. Like, I didn't expect it. I never expected it. I felt so much love. I think I have up to 30 subscribers now and I feel so good about it. I mean, it shows a lot of interest. And thank you so much to everyone who dropped their comments, especially those who dropped suggestions like you guys. I got so many suggestions and trust me, I have them all written down and I have plans to go through them and work on them one after the other. Trust me guys. So in today's video, firstly, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, kindly click that subscribe button, please. It's just the red button around there. And if you've tuned in before and you're tuning in once again, kindly click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. If you like my videos, kindly click the like button, give my video a thumbs up and drop your comments. I will always read them. So without wasting much time, in today's video, like the title says, I will be talking about how I made a first class in chemistry from Usmanu Danfodiyo University Sokoto. Usmanu Danfodiyo University Sokoto is a university in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. This information is especially for my friends who are watching me from India. Namaskara. Namaste guys. And my friends in Ghana who are watching me from Ghana. And my friends everywhere who are watching me. So Usmanu Danfodiyo University Sokoto is a university in northern part of Nigeria, and that is where I studied. Yes, I had to go all the way to Sokoto to study. Maybe not really like that. You will get to know why I had to study in Sokoto. Okay, but that's not why we are here for the video. That's not why this video is being filmed. So I graduated from there, and the story starts like this. This video is highly recommended for for young people who are really looking forward to gaining admission into Nigerian universities. It's also recommended to any young Nigerian undergraduate who is interested in making some academic heights, getting to such kind of heights. Not everybody is interested, and it doesn't in any way make you better than any other person. Yeah. So for those who are interested in getting to such academic heights, this video is highly recommended for you. And anyone who is interested in hearing my story, who likes just like me, you're welcome, you're welcome, welcome, welcome. So guys, let's get into this video. It all started 2007 when I finished from Federal Government College Sokoto. Yeah, Sokoto again. And of course, like most Nigerians, I finished my secondary school and I had to write several external exams several times before I was applying for medicine, and at some point it wasn't just working. I passed all my external exams, by the way. Hello. I passed all my external exams, but of course we all know how the Nigerian system is, and for those watching me from outside Nigeria, it's kind of tough getting admission into universities here in Nigeria. Probably on my own path, I think it's probably because we have a limited number of schools. We don't have lots of universities that can accommodate many of the secondary school graduates that are being produced every year. I think that's one of the reasons, and I didn't get lucky those first 2 years. And in my third year, I felt this is time to pipe low, so I stopped applying for medicine. I put in for chemistry because I just thought there is nothing else I love if not medicine. But since I have to go for something else, I think it's either going to be math or chemistry, and I felt chemistry sounds sweeter. I went for chemistry actually. So I got into chemistry in Usmanu Danfodiyo University, and wow, the experience was not funny. I mean, this is not about Usmanu Danfodiyo University, it's about every public university in Nigeria. I don't know about private universities, where you have in the first year, now it's a 4 year course, so in my first year we had up to if I'm not mistaken, we were up to 500 science students who were going to receive a course in one class, and we had just one lecturer who most probably may not be using a sound system, I mean a microphone, a public addressing system, sorry. And so it was quite tough, and I didn't just know. Some days I come to class, I feel really, really frustrated because I'm like, oh my god, I can't even hear what this lecturer is saying. How do I survive? You know? And somehow I knew what I needed to do for myself was just to do a lot of personal work. And because I had already made up my mind that, look, in this place I am coming out with a distinctive result. I'm coming out, I have to distinguish myself, because I come from a country where if you're not studying one of those professional courses that are prestigious like medicine, my sister, my brother, and you're a Nigerian and you're going to work in Nigeria, it's not so easy. It's not so easy, I won't lie to you. So I just knew that I needed to do extra work. I needed to distinguish myself just to help my future. So somehow I was able to walk through that. What I did, this is a personal experience, this is a personal story. It may be different from any other person. By the way, I'm not the first person to make a first class in chemistry. Excuse me, there are so many first class graduates in chemistry. Also from my school, in fact from my class. Shout out to Justina, Mrs. Justina now. She also made a first class in applied chemistry from my class. So it's not just me, but this is my own personal story, and I feel like I need to share it for young people and for anyone who is interested, and just to feel good that I'm sharing my story. Okay, back to my gist. Oh my god, I like to distract myself a lot. So somehow I just knew that I needed to do extra work. I needed to do more personal work to get myself what I wanted. So what I did was, I was always going to the library. Those who know me very well back then in school, shout out to Juliet, she knows this story very well. I was always found in the library. If I'm not in the classroom, I'm in the library. What I do in the class is I just pay attention. I get to know the topic that is being discussed. I just write them down, the course content or whatever, and then I move to the library. I spend all my life there trying to get notes. I make my own personal notes, and then when I get back to my home, I study. I do a lot of studying, personal study. And then shout out to Victor Ifanejel, who really encouraged me through those tough times in first year. He gave me most of his past question papers. He was my senior in chemistry. He was in 300 level while I was in my first year. I know you're watching this video, shout out to you. So I got past questions from him. I studied those past questions and I used them to prepare for my first year exams. And guys, guess what? I made my first 4.88. Actually, in my school, I don't know about all Nigerian universities, but in my own university, the scale for the CGPA, cumulative grade point average, was 5.0. I made 4.88 in that first year, and that was a very good platform for me to just continue to grow. That was really awesome for me. I found it really, 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 really interesting, and it gave me the courage to keep on pushing on. And then, not to bore you with so much long stories, first year was over, we got in the second year, and the story was also almost the same. We still had a large crowd. I was introduced to lots of strange courses. When I mean strange, I didn't do them in my undergraduate, and I also did advanced level course before I got into the university, though I didn't complete it. So it wasn't really, I wasn't just familiar with those things. They were not in my A-level course, they were not also in my secondary school course. So it was a bit tough for me, and then I knew you need to do more work. In fact, at this point, my CGPA from the first year was now a challenge for me. Baby girl, you need to work harder. You have made this point, you have proven a point, you need to keep to it. Nobody cares the situation you are being subjected to, no one cares anymore. You need to just pull through. So I just knew, okay, the strategy I used in my first year worked for me. Why don't I just continue? So what did I do? Get to class, pay attention, get topics and all, and make few points, and then get into the library, make my notes, get home, study. That was it. In my second year, after all the struggle and everything, I made 4.83. if I remember correctly, 4.83 or 4.86, either of these two grades anyway. And that was also awesome because I was still trading on that platform. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. I need to just get that distinguishing result. Not because I wanted the recognition, but I knew what I wanted out of my life, and I just knew that making the first class was going to be really, really great. It was going to really help me. So that was it. That was how I cleared my second year. And then third year came. Third year, I would say, was the most difficult year for me in chemistry. It was the most difficult and at the same time the most interesting time I had as an undergraduate student. I mean interesting because the class became smaller, and then I had access to my lecturers. The more I asked more questions. Shout out to Professor Bayawa. In fact, that was my first would I say personal encounter with Professor Bayawa. Then he was a doctor. His manner of teaching, I asked lots of questions. He asked questions. I enjoyed every single of his class. You know, he took me petroleum chemistry, industrial chemical technology, industrial chemical processes. I mean, they were very, very interesting classes. And so I had lots of fun in 300 level. It was quite tough, but I was able to pull through because there was a smaller class, and then I was able to interact more with my classmates who were extremely intelligent also. And so yeah, 300 level was tough, but we pulled through. I think unlike first and second year where I had to do a lot of library work and too much extra work, in third year I was doing more of discussion with my classmates and asking my lecturers questions. That was how I pulled through third year in Usmanu Danfodiyo University, and I think I made 4.86 at that level. You know, that was good too, right? That was great. And then I got to my final year. Final year was just like, I was joking. We were all playing in our final year. Final year was fun. It was our research year. So I had a lot of fun going to the laboratory, mixing one thing, two things, and all that. Shout out to Dr. KJ Umar, my project supervisor. He made my research very interesting. He is a researcher per excellence, and he really taught me so much that I know today. I learned a whole lot doing chemistry research under him. I worked on very interesting topic, and I was able to really read a lot of materials because he stretched me. He did everything he could, not just to me but to all my research colleagues. Shout out to Mohammed Jia, shout out to Patience, Mrs. Patience now, and my other research colleagues. It was fun in 400 level. We did a lot of interesting courses, and there was more time for us to ask questions. There was more time for us to have class discussions and all that good stuff. And yeah, after my final year, I made I think at final year you don't get a particular result, you just get a result from your first final year if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, at the end of the day I made 4.86, so I graduated with 4.86 in my bachelor's degree. So that's my story really. It was amazing for me. It was interesting because I knew what I wanted. I worked towards it, and of course I cannot separate I cannot underestimate or overemphasize the role that the grace of God played in this whole thing. But I just want you to know that hard work actually pays. I don't know his story, but this is my own personal story, and I am glad it worked for me. And I feel like I tell this to any person that I meet who is interested in making such academic heights. I think if you also follow this path, it's going to work for you. And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of perseverance. The story I just told may not just be exactly the way it is, because of course it's I know it's not so many years ago, but of course it's some years ago. So many events have come and gone, so I may not have remembered every single thing. The psychological trauma, the emotional trauma, so many times I was destabilized, so many things that went on, but somehow we pulled through. So my advice to every young person who is an undergraduate now in chemistry or any science course, of course, any course at all, not just in Usmanu Danfodiyo University, but any Nigerian university, and of course any prospective undergraduate who is in Nigeria. My advice, if you are interested in making such academic heights, my advice to you is to just work hard, go the extra mile. You need to go the extra mile. You don't just do what others are doing. You need to be extraordinary. Persevere, be consistent in the way you do your things, and then your morals matters a lot. Follow rules and regulations, listen to teachers, do not be afraid of anyone. And yeah, pray. If you're a Christian or a Muslim, whatever, just pray to your God, and it works. I mean, it worked for me. So that's my story, and I hope I didn't bore you guys with it. So if you just enjoyed this long story I just told, kindly give my video a thumbs up. Kindly click that like button right there, and if you haven't subscribed, like I said before, kindly subscribe. Just it's the red button, and of course you can click on the bell next to the subscribe button. It actually notifies you whenever I make a new video, so you don't miss out in any of this beautiful content that I have for you guys on my channel. Thank you very much guys for tuning in. Yes, one more thing, kindly drop your comments. I will be waiting for them. I'll definitely read them, and if you have any of your if you have an experience that is similar to what I just told, you can drop them on the comment section. I will read them, and I can't wait to have fun reading your comments. And if you're watching me, you didn't graduate from Usmanu Danfodiyo University, and you have an experience you feel like you want to share with me, maybe it's similar to mine, kindly drop the comment. And if you also made a first class in chemistry and you feel like you want others to know how it worked for you, kindly drop that also in the comment section. I'll be waiting to read your comments. Thank you so much guys once again for tuning in. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Love ya.